Assalamu alaikum and welcome everyone to another insightful session. I am Waqas Iqbal, instructor at the Center of Excellence for Training and Development, Lahore, and a proud participant of Batch 4 TEVTA AI Teachers Training Bootcamp in collaboration with the Han AI Teachers Training Institute. Today's discussion revolves around a powerful theme: how to make better decisions and avoid regret. In our daily teaching, training, and personal lives, decisions shape our path. In Islam, we are guided not only to think but to reflect deeply before choosing our direction.
Walaikum
Allah
as-
subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Qur'an, and consult them in the matter. Then when you have decided, rely upon Allah. Surah Al Imran. This ayah beautifully reminds us that consultation and trust in Allah, when both combined, it will lead to wise decisions. Today we are joined by a special guest, ChatGPT, who will help us explore how we can make wiser choices, especially as educators, parents, and professionals living in Pakistan. So let's begin. Welcome, ChatGPT. How are you?
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm excited to be here and ready to dive into our discussion. Let's get started.
Okay, thank you. ChatGPT, in your view, why do people in Pakistan often struggle with decision making, especially when life gets stressful?
People in Pakistan, like in many other places, often face challenges in decision making due to cultural expectations, social pressures, and sometimes limited access to information or resources. Judgment and make it harder to weigh options effectively. Combining these factors often leads to hesitation and uncertainty.
Right. As an instructor at COE Lahore, I see many students confused about career choices. What's the first step to help someone make a better decision?
The first step is usually to encourage self reflection, helping them understand their strengths, interests, and values. Once they have clarity about themselves, it becomes easier to explore suitable options and make informed decisions.
Right. How does Islamic guidance like istikhara help us avoid regret?
Istikhara provides spiritual guidance and peace of mind, allowing individuals to seek Allah's help in making the right choice. This practice helps reduce anxiety and regret by fostering trust and confidence in the decision making process.
Right. Why is it important to pause and think instead of making decisions instantly?
Taking a pause allows us to reflect, consider all possible outcomes, and avoid impulsive choices. This thoughtful approach helps ensure that decisions are more aligned with our long term goals and values, ultimately reducing the chances of regret.
Right. In Pakistan, family pressure affects many decisions. How can we respectfully balance our choice with family expectations?
Balancing personal choices with family expectations involves open communication, empathy, and finding common ground. It's important to respectfully share your perspective while also considering their concerns and working together to reach a decision that honors both sides.
Right. What role does daily self reflection play in making better decisions?
Daily self reflection helps us stay aware of our values, goals, and emotions, which in turn leads to more intentional and thoughtful decisions. It allows us to learn from past experiences, adjust our approach, and ultimately make better choices over time.
Right. Students often fear failure when deciding something new. How can we guide them with confidence?
Encouraging students to see failure as a learning opportunity is key. We can guide them by fostering a growth mindset, celebrating their efforts, and helping them reflect on what they can improve. Over time, this builds resilience and
Right.
confidence in their decision making.
Right. Social media influences many choices today. How can we teach you to think critically?
Teaching youth to think critically involves encouraging them to question sources, analyze information, and reflect on their own values and perspectives. We can also promote media literacy and provide them with tools to evaluate content thoughtfully, helping them make more informed decisions.
Right. In your view, what is the Islamic way of handling regret when it happens?
In Islam, handling regret involves seeking forgiveness from Allah, reflecting on the lessons learned, and making sincere intentions to improve. It also emphasizes patience, trust in Allah's plan, and striving to make better choices moving forward with a positive and hopeful mindset.
Right. How can keeping emotions in check lead to better long term decisions?
Keeping emotions in check allows us to think more clearly and objectively, reducing impulsive decisions driven by stress or fear. This balance helps us consider all factors, foresee potential consequences, and make more thoughtful, sustainable choices in the long run.
Right. What practical steps can we take before making important decisions in professional or personal life?
Practical steps include gathering all relevant information, consulting trusted advisors, taking time to reflect and weigh pros and cons, and even seeking feedback from others. It also helps to set clear goals, consider potential outcomes, and ensure alignment with your values before finalizing any decision.
Right. Many people regret decisions about time management. How can building routine help avoid such regrets?
Building a routine helps create structure, prioritize important tasks, and reduce decision fatigue. When we have consistent habits, it becomes easier to manage our time effectively, minimize procrastination, and ultimately make more fulfilling and regret free decisions.
Right. As an instructor, how can we help students reflect on the consequences of their actions?
As an instructor, we can encourage students to engage in guided reflection exercises, use real life case studies, and facilitate group discussions that explore both positive and negative outcomes. Providing a safe space for them to share their experiences and reflect deeply helps them learn from their actions and make better choices in the future.
Right. How does gratitude help us stay calm and think better?
Gratitude helps shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, which can reduce stress and foster a positive mindset. This calm state of mind makes it easier to think more clearly, make thoughtful decisions, and approach challenges with resilience and optimism.
Right. In Pakistani culture, people take advice from friends, but not always the right ones. How can we choose good advisors?
Choosing good advisors involves looking for individuals who have experience, wisdom, and a genuine interest in your well being. It's important to seek people who are impartial, trustworthy, and who offer balanced perspectives. Also, considering their track record and the alignment of their values with yours can help ensure that their advice is.
Absolutely. What's the difference between overthinking and planning wisely?
Overthinking often involves excessive worry and dwelling on potential negatives without taking action, while planning wisely is about strategic and purposeful consideration of goals and possible outcomes. Planning involves taking proactive steps and maintaining a balanced perspective, whereas overthinking can lead to paralysis and indecision.
Right. What habits can protect us from impulsive decisions?
Habits like setting clear goals, practicing mindfulness, maintaining a regular reflection routine, and establishing a decision making framework can all help. Additionally, taking time to pause, seeking input from trusted advisors, and building routines that promote patience can greatly reduce impulsive decisions.
Absolutely right. Finally, ChatGPT, what is one piece of advice you would give to instructors like me who guide hundreds of students daily?
One key piece of advice would be to lead with empathy and patience, recognizing that every student is unique. By creating a supportive and open environment, you empower them to reflect, grow, and make better decisions, ultimately guiding them towards success.
Okay, thank you so much, ChatGPT, for sharing such a beautiful insights. Today's conversation reminded us that decisions define our journey, and Islam beautifully teaches us to reflect, consult, and trust Allah. As an instructor at COE Lahore and a participant of TEVTA AI Teachers Training Bootcamp, I believe our responsibility is not just to teach skills but to help our learners choose wisely and live without regret. May Allah guide us to make decisions that bring peace, growth, and barakah into our lives. Jazakallah, everyone. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.
Jazakallah khair. It was truly a pleasure to be part of this conversation. May Allah bless your efforts and guide you and your students toward success and wisdom. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.